Since I've been coming across a bunch of little helicopters and RC helicopters and stuff, you know, some of them before I bought them I didn't really find a lot of information on and stuff like that, so I'll go ahead and contribute to the internet here. There might be some on this one, but I figure I'd post a review since I just got it and I'm probably not going to have it for long anyways. But anyways, I got this one from Walmart. I'd actually bought a helicopter. It was a gyroed one. And something on it broke. It was actually fairly nice. If I get another one, I'll try to show you a review on it. Unfortunately, I didn't record anything of it. And also, I did not get an unboxing done with this, but I'll still show you everything it comes with. So, anyways, this is like the Air Command Remote Control Helicopter Badge City Heat or something like that. It's basically a little police helicopter. It's really policey themed and stuff. And this is basically the box it comes in, alright? And then I got all the other packaging over here, but you don't need to see that. That's regular crap that you would find at Walmart. You know, it's really hard to get it out of the package. So, and basically what it comes with is it comes with your manual, and it does come with like a little sheets of paper here and there, just to give you warnings and whatnot. And it does come with extra pieces. It comes with an extra back propeller, and some linkage. And then another piece you'll find is the actual cover to the controller charging thing where you kind of curl up the charging cord, because this helicopter does have to charge from the controller, unfortunately. And the controller uses 6 AA batteries. Alright? So, anyways, go ahead and get to the review here. We'll go ahead and start with the helicopter. What really drew me to this is that it was really sleek and cool looking, the actual helicopter itself. You know, most of the helicopters I had seen at Walmart definitely did not really look like they should even be in the air. So I kind of picked this one out, and yeah, it does look cool, and you know, that's kind of where some of my positive feedback on it ends. But another thing, it's really durable. I mean, the blades on this thing, I mean, holy crap, I could wrap a sandwich wrap or a burrito with these things. And it is a co-axial. You got your balance bar, your 2 sets of blades. This one does have a gyro too. It's a 3-channel gyro. It's also infrared operated. There's a little infrared thing on the bottom here. And although it is on the bottom, it's also in the front. Most people stand behind it. So the IR is not that good on this thing. The IR kind of sucks, really. I've had times where I've lost reception and it's crashed, or even sometimes it's been on the ground and I've had to pick it up to get it to fly. And as you can see, another thing is, one easy way to spot a gyro sometimes is if the propeller is going up and down here, rather than side to side like most of the air hog stuff. It's got a LED light here in the top, and that's basically just to know if it's on. Like, I'll go ahead and flip it on here. Let me find the switch. And you can see it's blinking. When it connects, it goes solid. Then it's also got your charging port down there, your on-off switch, and then in the very front, it's got a little spotlight. Now, the only way you can see it is if you turn the helicopter on, and actually start spinning the main rotor blades. Otherwise, you can sit here and press the button on the controller, but it won't turn on. I don't understand that. It's kind of stupid, if you ask me. It really has no meaning. Anyways, then there's also 3 more LED lights here on the tail section, and those only light up when you hit the sound effects button. And I'll get into that when we get into the controller, but that gets really annoying. There's not actually a speaker in the helicopter. It's in the controller, but these LED lights light up anyways. And the body itself, it's made out of some hard plastic stuff. It's actually very durable, although the body lines don't always line up right. It's kind of weird. But this body's not going to break on you, and it's definitely, you might get a couple scratches and scuffs, but it's pretty durable. And the other good thing is you can take it apart with screws. Like, I know a lot of stuff at Walmart with air hogs, it's all foam, and stuff. So, you know, once something goes out in there, you're going to have to make a project out of fixing it. So, it's a little annoying. Also, the landing gear. I really like the landing gear on this. It lands very well. The landing gear is very wide. But a word of warning, that okay, it's wide, but the front and back parts, they actually have a part where they're not just slanted, they come straight, they're parallel to the ground. And when you're landing, you know, sometimes you kind of, you know, you go forward or backward or whatever way you're coming in, because you're usually not coming in straight down. I mean, sometimes you are. But anyways, you know, if you're landing on carpet or grass or you know, something of the sort, something that's not hard or bare, I have had it get tangled in it, and then when you try to take back off, it just crashes. But this is very, like I said, very durable. I've beaten the crap out of it, sometimes not purposely, but I do have cats and I let them play with it. You know, they love these things. So, but it stood up to everything. It does fly forward and backward fairly fast. I mean, it does leave a little bit to be desired. The main rotor is plenty powerful too. The only thing I really dislike about it, and I don't know why, and it's not because the balance bar is hitting the top rotor or anything like that. There's plenty of spacing. What happens is, even though it's really stable when it's sitting there hovering, if you just tap it, or if something just you know, if you run into something lightly, sometimes it'll just go whoo, and it spins out of control. And that's not very good for a kid, because it goes really fast, and I've gotten hit with it a few times. It's come and smacked me in the face. Just because, I mean, sometimes I've done it just from trying to, you know, do tricks with it or something, and I've just, you know, gone forward and backward really quick, and it's lost control. Which is a little ridiculous if you ask me. I mean, I don't know if there's something wrong with it. I mean, it looks fine. It operates fine, and it's been doing that since I got it, so, I don't know. You would think it's really stable looking at the helicopter, because this thing looks really, you know, aerodynamic. So, I don't know. But, you know, it does fly. It does work. It is relatively easy to fly. But again, you know, if you bump into something, it's going to lose control. Now, moving on to the controller here. It does actually fit in the hands quite nicely. They did design that part quite well, I have to admit. But anyways, I'll go over the buttons we've got here. And again, it is an infrared, so the thing at the very top in the middle is going to be infrared. You have a try me button. Basically, once you take it out of the package, that's pretty much useless. You've got your on-off switch. I think this is a mode 2, I think is what they call it. I'm not 100% sure. I'm a beginner in this kind of hobby. But you've got your throttle on the left. Basically just your up and down, and you've got your side movement, you know, basically your spin, counter, or clockwise, and your backward and forward on the right side. And then also on your right side you have your trim dial. It's actually built into the side of the controller. Now that is actually really annoying, because sometimes when you're holding it, your finger is right there, and sometimes you'll actually spin it. That's really poor design if you ask me. And then on the other side, about the same spot as the trim dial, is an on-off button for hover sound effects. And basically what that does is when you turn it on and you hit the throttle, make this go up and down, hit the... it just basically starts making hovering noises, because there is a speaker built in right here to the controller. And that gets pretty annoying very quickly. And on the top here, basically your bumper buttons, you've got on the right hand side sound effects, and it basically makes the controlled parts of the controller light up, and these 3 LEDs that I was talking about on the tail side of the helicopter light up when you hit them. And that's the only way to make them light up, which is not cool. You should have better control over that. Then you've got your spotlight button. This is what I was talking about on the front of the helicopter. It actually does have quite a bit of power. At night you will see it. I do have some night footage of this flying actually outside. you won't be able to see it very well, but I might splice some footage in here. But anyways, the only way to get that to turn on is to actually have it, you know, hit the throttle, have it already spinning, and then press the spotlight, and then when you land, it'll automatically turn off. So that is, again, pretty gay, if you ask me. So, and that's all the buttons that are on the controller. Now, something to mention about this that I find really odd, I don't know if it's just me, but I've been using what I call half-used batteries or something like that, because basically I have a lot of devices, whether it's pertaining to this hobby or not, that kind of use up AA batteries, but they're not necessarily dead. They're just kind of, you know, they need fresh, high-quality batteries. And so what I do is, instead of throwing them out, I use them for things around the house, like cameras, remotes, watches, clocks, that kind of thing. And I put them in here, and this thing still gets a full charge on the helicopter. It does take longer, albeit, but it almost seems like it squeezes the power out of the batteries, which is really weird. I've never even heard of that. I don't know if it's just me or if it's even possible, because I do fly this for quite a long time. I think the shortest flight I've ever had, and that's when the first set of batteries I had died, and it was like at least 5 minutes. So, you know, with a good set of batteries, you'll probably be pushing 10 minutes out of this thing, surprisingly. Of course, again, that depends how you fly it. Something else that I do think is cool about it is when you plug it in to charge it, I'll go ahead and just demonstrate it for you. It'll let you know. I guess it's already fully charged, but when you plug it in, it'll go charging. It'll let you know. And then when it's done, it'll also tell you charging complete. It's a creepy voice for children. It might freak your children out. I don't know why they put it with that kind of intense voice on there. I wish I could play it, but you know, the battery's already full on there. So anyways, we'll go ahead. I think I've got everything done. Hopefully I would answer any questions you have about it. I'll go ahead and show you some footage flying it, and I'll try to splice in some night footage. You might not be able to see it really well, but anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, flying the police chopper. I don't know if you can see it. The spotlight won't turn on unless I have it going. You'll see it. It's this one from Walmart that has the thing on the remote, and the only way the backlights will turn off is if I make it say its little thing. See? That's the only way I can get the backlights to turn on. So, we're actually outside right now. It's night, but it's fairly calm. There's a little bit of wind. So, we'll go ahead and try to fly this. I'll put this on the ground. There we go.
Alright, yeah, I can follow it now.
Oh, the wind just picked up. It's going to try pushing it towards the house. Don't go on my roof. See, I'm pushing it full forward right now. I'll go ahead and bring it down so maybe the wind won't affect it so much. See, it's hard to see at night.
Try those lights.
The only way to turn them on is to make it do it this. I lost control. Alright, to use this chopper, you just go ahead and hit the on-off switch on it. Go ahead and turn it on. The light will start blinking. You turn this on, it'll make a whole lot of noise.
Air Patrol 38, clear for takeoff. Respond code 3.
And the light will turn solid on the top of the helicopter. Something's wrong with it. There we go. I can trim it a little bit. It's easy to hit the trimmer on this thing. But as you can see, it's not fast, but it's definitely not slow either. And there is a little bit of air conditioning pushing it around. I do have the AC on in here. It does have a good amount of thrust. And here I'll show you the spotlight. That's the spotlight on it in the front. And turn that off, and there's the backlight. And something I also do to kind of test how good the chopper is, like how accurate the controls is. The controls aren't very accurate on this one, but is try to land it on my ceiling fan blades. And I have done it a few times with this thing, which isn't too bad. But again, the controls aren't very precise, probably mostly because of the joystick. And what I was saying about it losing control easily is you can literally barely tap it. I'll show you. That time it didn't lose control. You just and that's what happens. It loses control very easily. Which most helicopters with the gyro would kind of shake that off. So, and the turning speed's not that great either. It's a little slow on the turning speed, not very slow. So there's some to be desired there. And like I was saying, just by doing that, it can lose control easily. Usually when it does one of those things when it loses control, what I just do is I try to throttle down as much as I can before it hits the ground without just letting go of the stick, and then once it kind of looks like it's starting to get back control, go ahead and floor it and punch it up, and it'll save itself sometimes. So. Oh, missed it. See, I just saved that one. I let the throttle down. Of course, it didn't go wildly out of control like it does sometimes. See, again, it barely hit the ceiling and it goes out of control. I guess that pretty much sums up the review on this police chopper. Would I suggest it? No. Price is pretty expensive for what it is. The sounds are annoying. It's the light control isn't very good. The speed is okay. Again, leaves some to be desired, and it definitely loses control easily. But on the good side, it is durable. It does have some speed, and it does at least have lights and stuff, and it is gyroed. So, anyways, thanks for watching.